G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 days where I've come back after a little while, but I've come back to do another day 7,000. This one's gonna be a little bit different though. Like in the past, I've done a lot of day 7,000 like AFK this or AFK bases or whatever, mostly to do with building a base that, you know, breaks the zombies or drops them down or sends them to infinite loops or whatever. But this time, this is gonna be a true AFK. I have a mouse, I have some tape, I'm gonna make something, and I'm gonna leave. Just kind of wandering around trying to find somewhere to build this thing. But basically, at the end of Battens Only, at the very last haul of Battens Only, I was talking about how with the Battens arc of like its glancing blows, plus its 10% chance to insta, plus its decap ability and the repulsor mod, I was saying that I thought that I could just basically walk away. So that's what I'm here to do. Can I completely, literally AFK a day 7,000 Blood Moon Horde with nothing but a stun button? I'm just trying to think of how this is actually going to work, because the base that I had for Battens Only was built into the elevator shaft of Vanity Tower, so it was a long way up. But I think the strength of that base was made because I had a 3-block wide avenue on top of a trapdoor, to be honest, but I won't be building a trapdoor for this one. A 3 wide block window, I suppose, to actually do the damage to the zombies. That was my my attack plane. Rather than just a single file line of zombies for like a headshot base or something, it was 3 blocks wide. So if I can do something like that, but make sure that the zombies are within reachable distance, I can hit them without like cops vomiting at me or whatever, but also make sure I'm not accidentally hitting potentially demo nips. There's a lot of things to take into account, so base building is still important, but I reckon I could get it done. Just because I'm building a challenge base doesn't mean that I can start building something ugly. Aesthetics always matter, we know the rules. How tall are you? You're only 11 blocks tall, so I need to drop them at least 13. I think it's 12 is actually the absolute minimum, but 13 or 14 I usually try and go for to avoid them going and destroy everything mode. So I might just build you up a little bit further. Yeah, that'll be okay. That'll be okay, because yeah, I do have the repulsor mod on. I'm less concerned about the time it takes to kill them, because we know the baton takes 17,000 years. Manny the Mammoth and Sid the Sloth were cruising around when I started using battens. I'm still waiting for the Horde Knight to finish. It takes generations to actually do any damage with the baton, which I don't like, but I don't really need the speed of killing for this one. I just need to survive and stop them from breaking my base for long enough that I can get through the Horde Knight. So you go to them. That's now 13 blocks tall. We'll go one more. We'll go one more just to be safe and we're good. Saying that about it taking generations to finally kill the zombies just made me think of like the cathedrals in Europe, you know? It's like, oh, this cathedral took 800 years to decorate. The great-grandparents started, then the great-grandparents kept going, then the grandparents, then the parents, then your generation, and your son will keep doing it, and then their sons will keep doing it. Just like this massive magnitude of like generational history all doing the same job. That's what Horde Knights of Battens are. Your grandparents started it, and your descendants will finish it. I'm not taking any chances though, because I want to try and avoid the cop vomit as much as possible, and because I do have X-ray vision for blocks that aren't full blocks, if you use like a half block for a wall or something, they can just see through that and vomit at you anyway. So I've built nice, chunky, thick with 17Cs walls all the way around me. That should keep me nice and safe and secure in here, so I can sit here with my tier 6 baton and just wail away forever. All day long, but I'm just taking a little bit of a step back because I do have long reach. That should be okay. Something like that. You have, yeah, some decent mods on you. I'm trying to basically make this the same as what it was at the end of Battens, just a long way in the future. There's probably going to be some rad vultures tonight as well, the ones that spit at you. So I've got a nice strong roof up on top. Same rule applies to them as the cops. Got that going there. I'm going to chuck out some spikes on the roof just to let them fly into it and be skittled. Although I might even actually, you know, I'll leave that little space there blank. I might even put down some AA turrets too, because they are bigger and badder than regular pigeons. I'm going to need something a bit more than spikes to deal with that. We'll have to just go, you can get out of the way, and then you can get out of the way. Put in some proper base defenses up the top. This is where things get a little bit interesting though, because I don't want to build like something like this with like a nice long pathway in front of my bars where I'm going to be fighting with so many loot bags over here. I don't want to build a big... Are you right? That was a different scream. Have they updated the screamer noises too? I reckon they have. Can I get another gurgle, please? Want to give us the yell there, love? You want to make some loud noises for me on demand? They've been good at getting that to happen, but... No? Nah. Okay, that was definitely something different. That was definitely different what I'm used to hearing. I reckon they've updated the screamers. I was more distracted by the loot bags. But what I don't want to do is have something like this. A nice long pathway in front, because that's so much more opportunity for coppers to vomit at me. Plus, they'll try and take shots at me from the ground as well. So I need to try and lure them behind the wall so they can have the stairway from like behind here somewhere, so they come around and I guess pop up right in front of me, right where I want them to. That wouldn't be so bad. And actually, okay, so I want to try and narrow, I'm gonna say narrow or 5, that's not a word. I'm gonna try and narrow the approach that they can have like you. So it still fits 3 wide, but when I do get the zap from the button, there's less them to get caught on, so I can get sent away from me. And I guess that in that case, I don't want you. I just want a nice strong path like around the side like that. I can't just use ladders because there's going to be dire walls and things and they can't climb ladders. Paws aren't known for climbing rungs, but... Oh, that's a little bit too close, I think. No, actually, because it's below me. It's below the level that I'll be standing on, so I shouldn't try and get through there. I think that'll be alright. Even though it's for the zombies, I'm trying to build the nicest, easiest stairway I possibly can for them. The more zombies can get up easier, the easier I can bonk them with the baton and have a chance of actually killing them. Or importantly, the less they fall off, the less chance they have of going into their destroy everything mode and ruining all my rather haphazardly laid out plans. I know if I was like, you know, actually good at this game, I might have had some thought processes before I jumped straight into it and not just thrown shit at the wall to see what sticks. Just kind of going with the vibes of the thing, and just seeing what my gut feeling is for stuff. But it's served well in the past. I'm sure it'll go well now. Who needs to think when you can just build? Speaking of that, actually, I reckon I probably need 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably need a secondary path just up the outskirts of the other side, so they're coming around both ways. It's not so much about getting like just one avenue of attack like I was talking about over at the loot base. I just need them to get up there and get sent down again. As long as I'm doing some sort of damage at some point, then there's no wasted swings. And more importantly, new zombies will spawn and I'll get through the horde a little bit easier. I just try to get them up the top. That's all I need. Just get up here so I can bonk you. That's probably not so bad. I mean, yeah, I've built myself basically a sarcophagus like I'm Tutankhamun, just hanging out in here, hoping nothing breaks through. But as long as I'm here, I've narrowed down the entryway down to like basically 2 blocks, but it's take up a 3-block area, so they should be a little bit more narrow than they would be otherwise. And as long as I keep my baton charged, my stamina up, I'm gonna pop in some coffees and things, get my nerd tats in, do all the normal stuff you do for the baton to make it work. But that should be alright. The only thing I'm worried about now is demos. Because I know that if I went my usual route, if I just went with, like on the ground here, if I got my scaff ladders, that's the wrong way around to put you. If I got my scaff ladders on the bottom and then put my pole double in the middle, it works really well to keep the zombies out, which is, you know, half the challenge. But that right there is exactly demo nip height. That's going to tickle titties faster than anything else. So if I have that option, that's going to go bad. So what could I do instead? How can I basically just get headshots? I've got to build something new. I'm going to have to build something on the fly, untried and untested. I've got a feral Arlene here and I'm just doing a couple little tests to make sure that things aren't going to go bad. And oh, no, she didn't. I was going to say, she seems to have discovered an extra AFK element I wasn't really planning on. She's barreling up the staircase. She's obviously on insane difficulty and nightmare speed. She's moving up here so quickly that she's like catching air off the top, like a bike ramp when you're 6 years old, hitting that stone at the top and popping your front tire and immediately off the edge. She's been running this for so long. Not going to destroy everything mode because she's far enough away from me, but to the point where she's gotten bored. I mean, I wasn't really intending on having something like this, but hey, look at that. We've accidentally discovered a new version of a zombie chopper. Easy. I've extended the slopey back of this because this base baby got back. Extended a little bit more because every block there is an extra deterrent to cult vomit. So when they're down here I mean, look at that. It's a solid wall of concrete. There's no way they're taking a pot shot at me. But I have extended... Oh, my camera's gone all weird. I have extended this little sarcophagus a little bit so I have some extra room to maneuver. Because what I'm thinking... Might have just kind of chuck you on the sides, maybe. Get simple rotation, put you like that. If I can get up a little bit and hit down at the zombies, that might be a better way to stop myself accidentally detonating a zombie or 7. So if I have you, like what I kind of want, actually, I wonder if there is one. I wonder if there is a block exactly what there fucking is 2. Pole double diagonal, because if I get you and rotate you around, oh yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I'll show you the idea that I've got, because then if I'm up the top with the button, like up here somewhere, and I'm hitting down at the zombie heads through that gap, I'm not going to hit the tits, which would be good. It's going to get more headshots, which would be good. That's not a terrible idea. I might just need some more headspace. I might be a little bit too close. Yeah. Yeah, because I kind of need it to be like 1 block further up, because demo's like 2.5 blocks tall. Oh, I need to take the roof off. I need to take the roof off this thing. I've changed my plan a little bit, mostly because I just, like, there's going to be so many different varying heights of zombies. There's going to be dogs and spiders all the way down to ankle level. There's going to be Arlenes and Darlenes and all the other ones at regular height level. And then the bikers and the demos and the big boys up the top. And I can't really, like, if I'm up the top like this, I'm not going to be able to reach down and hit the ones that are down lower. The reach isn't that good. So instead, I've chucked in basically a crop top. I've basically made a crop top. I've put a sensor bar. I put a bar across to cover the demo's shame, to cover their nipples and protect them a bit. So I have to choose either going high or low. Little hey, little ho, like I'm Stuart bloody Little. I reckon probably low. Actually, if I crouch and go low, their nipple should still be up there. If I get too close, I hit the bar. If I go down, I reckon that's going to be the best play. I reckon that exactly like that is the best play. I mean, it's all hinging on this. This could go tits up almost literally immediately. Oh my God. Oh my God. That could not have been a worse time to do that. That could not have been a worse time to do that. All I was doing was just chucking in a little hole under the ground. I just wanted to replace the set it was sitting on with some stronger blocks. That was it. That was the final touch. That was the Oh no. Oh my God. I have to rebuild all of that now. All right. I'm gonna go cry a lot. Fuck!
2,000 years later.
Okay, took me a little while to rebuild what I had. I think I've got it mostly where I thought it was before.
I'll get it done.
Stay there, please. And I've got this set up basically the same as what I had at the end of Battens. The base is a bit different, but I've got coffee, I've got nerd tats, and because I won't be here to do any healing, I've got DD with her nurse mod as well, with a couple of first aid bandos in there, but I will just to put you on a quiet mode. You might need to follow me actually, so you can actually do the healing. But that is my setup. That's what I think I need to do. I'm gonna sit back here. Oh, you may be quiet, DD, but you're right in the way. All right, I've put DD into stay there mode. I don't know if that means that she won't heal me anymore, but I guess we're gonna find out. I don't have God mode on, got nothing on. It's just gonna be me wailing with a stun button for as long as I possibly can. Nerd tats go in. I can only stack 3 at a time, so my stamina buff will last 26 minutes. Nice. Okay, well, this will just about do us. Let's go all the way through to Horde nights. Let's tape up my mouse. Night time's about to fall, so just delicately put you like that. That'll do. I need you aimed right there. All right. I guess I'll see you in 10 minutes. Let's just hope this works. Goodbye, me. Goodbye, base. I should probably just wait until the zombies actually show up. I don't like that it's now discovering animals. Are we good? Uh-oh. Yep, all right, we're good. All right, see you later. time. Morning, everyone. I had time to go make myself a cup of coffee. The sun's rising. I'm still alive. My stamina's still going well. Had a little snack. Not a bad way to do it. Turns out there's so many things you can do when you can just completely ignore the horde and disappear off to go do some things. No idea how that's gone. I have my headphones on so I can hear when morning time came along. I didn't hear any demos explode. I did hear some coppers explode, which is less than good, but we managed to make it through. And for a day 7,000 horde, actually I didn't hear any die walls either. Don't know. I'm not going to complain though, because I'm still standing, I'm still swinging, I'm still winning. Tell you what though, even just like sitting here now watching how I was just sat here and watch rather than walking away, but coffee was too tempting. Even just sitting here now watching, the glancing blows don't, like I'm not hitting him. I'm not hitting that Yeti. In battens only, I've actually narrowed this window more than I did in battens only. It's only two blocks wide really. I've got half blocks on the side. It was definitely 3 blocks wide in battens and he would have been hitted. He would have gotten hits, but for this, just wasn't doing it. I have to like actually aim at the bloke. Okay, well, thank you, Tape. You've been the MVP of that horde. I can take you off now. Job done. Go over there. GG's. There you go. Completely, literally, AFK to day 7,000 horde. Easy as that. There's not really much damage at all around the place either. Not a lot of death. I mean, there's only a couple loot bags down here, but there's like a little scratch in some of these steel blocks that's holding up the base. That concrete's fine. All of this concrete's fine. The pathing's all fine. The worst damage, I think, is that one, which is definitely not looking too happy about my adventures. Let's see how much health you got left. Just under half. So, oh yeah, you guys got a bit of a battering as well. I guess it wasn't like completely bulletproof, I suppose. It'll take some repairs to get you back up and going again, but the fact I'm still here to talk about it, not too bad. Not too bloody bad at all. Stun button, you've done it again. Definitely want to figure out what was going on with that glancing blows though. That wasn't nearly on the level that it was, what it was thought it was going to be. I must have just got really lucky throughout the night with the nerd tats, with the group effects of the repulsor mod. But there you go. Job done. Easiest horde night I've ever seen. Yes, I did build it out of steel, but it's day 7,000. I have plenty of steel anyway. That's not much of a problem, but yeah. That's pretty bloody spiffy, but I'm gonna leave this episode here and come back. I think the next 7 days video I make actually is gonna be day 1 of that new series I was talking about that I'm very, very excited to finally get into. We'll have to come back and finally start that brand new series in another episode because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked, make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe to this channel, follow me on whatever, but don't talk to you there first. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one. Horde night coffee, better than anything.